Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hi, my name is Kanayo and welcome to my channel about absolutely anything in the heat of the moment. Today I'm going to be talking about my A-level experience. So if you're about to do your A-levels this September or you're just interested, you probably won't be if you're not going to do your A-levels this September, but please stay tuned because I'm going to be talking all about that. So for my A-levels, I did psychology, product design, and geography. And the geography exam I did was the 2008 syllabus of EdXL. So nobody's going to be doing that next year. That's old, it's outdated, it's done. I don't have the textbook to hand. Yeah, the book is so dated. Like all the the facts and the figures in the book are from like 2008, and I like did this mental calculation once upon a time, and I realized that when this book that we used for my A-levels was new, I had not even sat my year 6 SATs test yet. I had not experienced exam life ever. That's how old the textbook is. Like, I know, right? Anyway, so that's just geography on a rant. How have they been? What are the subjects like? La da 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 da. Are they hard? Are they easy? So product design. Product design is part of design technology. They're doing some funny things with it under AQA. I'm not too sure about other exam boards, but I think they want to scrap it. I don't know, there's something really weird going on with it. Either which way, I did product design A-level. It's pretty much where you make a product as part of your coursework, and then you have a theory-based exam about materials, the way to make products, things like that. You have to know how to use diagrams, things like that. For that reason, it's hard because you need to know about so many different types of materials, new materials where they, like mesh different materials together, and you need to know how to make a range of products. Now, in my GCSEs, I got a B in product design, and even though that's like an alright grade, when you take it to A-level, just having a B, sometimes it can be really hard. So all of my product design A-level has been an uphill battle. It's been really hard. I'm so happy that I've managed to come out of the product design exam not wanting to die, because the A2 exam is really hard. Like, you've got to use diagrams, all that kind of stuff. It's not as difficult as geography or psychology because the structure of the way you say it is not as important as it would be in psychology or geography, but it's still pretty hard because of the amount of content. You can't even predict what's going to come up in the exam. So for that reason, I was really freaking out before the exam, but it turns out okay. So if you are going to take product design, I would advise that whatever textbook you're using, just go through it as much as possible. The way A-levels works is, for a lot of subjects, they give you the basics. Like, can you see how thin this book is? If you only revise the things in this book, you may not be able to answer questions that are like 8 marks, 12 marks, because you need to elaborate so much, and that's what makes A-levels harder than GCSEs. Like, if you want to know in a nutshell, that's pretty much it. It's the fact that you don't really know what you should revise and like what to research. Sometimes it makes it so hard, and that's especially in geography and in product design is so hard. And I'm not sure about other subjects, but definitely those 2 subjects. So that's what's made product design hard. What do I need? I need at least a B in every subject. If I get a C in any subject, I'm not going to university in September. So that's what made me kind of freak out. But hopefully I've gotten a B overall. In my coursework for product design, it's really fun. I've really enjoyed like my DT class over the past 2 years. We're a very small class. Not many people choose to take DT because they don't consider it a real subject. But that's besides the point. You just need to get the grade, isn't it? So, I've loved my DT class. Like, great fun, great banter. Like, some people in the class, they just like know everything, I'm not gonna talk about my product because it wasn't quite the same thing. Pretty much everyone in my class, what they did was better than what I did. We're not gonna talk about that, okay? Anyway, so yeah, another one of my friends in my class, she made a bench and she's using it in a different environment, but the fact that it's useful is what makes it amazing. With my product, I'm not even gonna go there with my product. I tried to make a surface for children with ADHD to fidget with, and it's not pretty, it's not like all the other type of coursework that everyone else in my class did. But the idea was, you know, it was nice. I was trying to use it to relate to psychology, because that's what I want to do at uni. And it's just so hard. Like, the amount of research, technical skills, and all that kind of stuff, I just don't have that. I don't have that. So I'm glad that that's over. The theory work was relatively easier compared to the coursework for me personally. But for a lot of other people, they say theory is harder because there's so much content. When you do it over the 2 years, like, you eventually get the hang of it. You just have to be, like, so boring. When I tell you it's so, in fact, here is the product design textbook right here, right now. Let me just open a random page and show you how boring it is. So sometimes you need to know about such irrelevant things, like, I want you to see this. Where does it say? Where does it say? Can you see that? Smart grease. Smart grease. Smart grease. What is that? Who even cares what it is? You know what I mean? Like, you have to know all these weird stuff. Like, of course you don't need to know everything, but just examples of different types of materials, this, that, this, that, this, that. So let me be completely honest, product design theory is a killer because it's so boring. But I'm so glad that it's over. Yeah, that's all. I'm just so glad it's over. So that's been product design. I'm gonna talk about psychology. So for psychology, we had 3 exams under Edexcel. Most people tend to do AQA from what I hear, but we did Edexcel, which our teachers have told us prepares you for university a lot better than AQA. So that's why we did that. I don't know if AQA would have been better, but Edexcel has not been easy, particularly the last exam, psychological skills. I did that today and it was so difficult. This is what the textbook looks like now. Because the textbook for this compared to product design is so much more detailed, in fact it's too detailed, a lot of the time you do not need to go on the internet if you want to know something for your exam for psychology, because the textbook has loads of studies you can use, things like that, which is amazing. It's made revising a lot more straightforward for psychology than product design. With product design, I was relying on all these like weird YouTube videos and, you know, I mean, okay, let me not cut it because that's what helped me to do the exam, but it's not. Anyway, psychology is more straightforward to revise for. I'm really biased. I like psychology because I just like psychology. So I will say it's not as hard as product design, but some people might say psychology is more difficult than other subjects. It is hard still. It is still hard. Like, the amount of essays you have to do, because it's essay based, and then there's loads of stats, so there's a bit of maths involved, and if you don't have like a background in maths to a certain degree, like if you didn't do S1 under Edexcel, you may struggle a bit understanding the different types of statistical tests and things. But other than that, it's okay at A level. Don't ask me about university, honey. I'm still trying to get there. But at A level, it's okay. It's not the most difficult thing. If you do maths at A2, maths is your thing, oh, it's easy. It's easy for you. It's easy, trust me. But for the rest of us, you gotta work a bit hard with that. So my advice to somebody who wants to take psychology this year in September for AS level, definitely try it, but don't be fooled, you know, it's not easy. Some people take psychology because they think it's an easier A level than XYZ. It's not easy. You'll still be complaining if psychology is not really something you're interested in. Just don't choose it if you don't like it. And that's for the simple fact that it's gonna be hard anyway. Geography. Now, I don't have the textbook with me to show you. Doesn't even matter because the textbook is so outdated. We did not use it for all of our case studies, for most of our case studies that we did in the exam. Geography is so difficult for me personally. You may find it very easy. I don't know what the new syllabuses are like, or syllabi, what's the plural for that? I don't know. But it has been hard, guys. It's been tough because you have like how many units? So we had to revise energy security, water security, food security, security, tech fix, which no one actually did. Like, there's so many different units you have to do in geography. And when it gets to the end of the year, the teacher, you know, they have to advise you to revise all the units. You don't have time for that. The units are so long, and that's what makes geography hard, is the amount of content. And the essay writing is all essay based. You know, you're not gonna get a 2-marker anywhere. One thing I will say is, if you're gonna do geography with edXL this September, I think there's definitely going to be some coursework involved that's part of your final grade, and I'd say look forward to that, because it means that there's less pressure on the exam, like for how well you do in the exam. But then on the other hand, it means you have to focus and be like, you have to focus throughout the year, even when you're not sitting the exam, because it's part of your final grade. But that's just geography, yeah. And that's pretty much been my A-level experience, the difficulties, the downs and downs. I was gonna say ups and downs, but let's be honest, dear, it's really been so hard. The things that you do end up liking about A-levels is that when the exam is finished, you're happy. That's the only thing I can tell you. If you want me to be completely honest, you're not gonna be like, oh yeah, you know, it's just great fun and it's such a breeze. Like, that was hard. There are many different challenges that you'll come across. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos from me, then please subscribe. Please give this video a like. You know, comment down below what you've done for your GCSEs, or your A-levels if you've done A-levels, or your AS levels, and how you feel about that. You know, let's have a conversation going on. Yeah, and if you have any more questions about school, or you want me to make a separate video about something else in particular, you can also suggest that as well in the comment box below. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Bye.